What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This episode's not DIY. We're going professional style on this one. San Francisco Parks and Rec teamed up with Thrasher and Deluxe to design a skate plaza down here. We're in the heart of San Francisco. City Hall behind us, the library behind us, the Fountain Gap, Market Street. We've been kicked out of here before, but times are changing. They're bringing us in. So we were presented with a set of plans for the UN Skate Plaza. Okay, so a quick rundown of the skate elements in the spot here today. Starting with the volcano, loosely inspired by the Afro Banks in Philly. You've seen it, old footage of Freddie, back in the day getting down. That's one of the obstacles. The next obstacle is the China Banks, which you've all skated here in San Francisco as well. Iconic, legendary spot. They transported one of these granite blocks that used to live on Market, but got transferred to Waller. They stuck this thing in the China Banks so that you could do tricks over it. The next is the three-sided pyramid hip with the slappy curb in the middle. Another one loosely based off of Silas's obstacle at the Grottos. And then we have the 60-some foot long slappy curb, starts low, escalates up to higher. And that's another one inspired off the Safeway curbs. So the ledges have been in impeccable shape over the years, but like I said, the brick ground is kind of harsh to skate on, not the worst. So all that we're doing there, bricks are getting torn out, new concrete flat works getting put in, skate park finish, nice and smooth. That's gonna bring this whole spot to life. Starting with the China Bank, basically once all the bricks were ripped out of the ground, we had to bring in structural foam as the fill for this. You get these big foam blocks in a hot wire cutter and you cut it to shape to fit in there as your fill. Beyond that, we had to dowel in every 18 inches our rebar, use our Sakrete 2-part epoxy to lock in our dowels. So underneath us is Bart. So below the bricks was 12 inches of a structural slab that we tied into. We're gonna be doing shotcrete, so that could just blow this foam all over the place. So what we did is we doweled in all thread, epoxied it to the ground. This then ensures that when we're shooting shotcrete up to it, it's not gonna move. That's super important. We shot the front half of the China Banks one day. We shot the back half of the China Banks another day. And then the final pour, we came in to fill all our bands and our cap. Now, the concrete that we were using was spec'd out to be a brick red, obviously to match the existing bricks here at UN Plaza. When you're using colors and concrete, you tend to get a slightly stickier mix, especially using a shotcrete mix. Make sure that you're well ahead of the game, prepared and ready for your concrete to snap at any moment and go off. The plans called for a 45-degree bank and it called for a 1'6" radius at the bottom. It's easy enough to get to the top, to do slides, grinds, but you're still feeling it on the way up and you're still feeling it when you come in. Onto the volcano. The volcano had 5.5-foot radiuses. The base of the volcano was a 14-foot diameter. So we just cut 14-foot radius transitions. We used those to make a perfect circle. That's how we did layout for the bottom form. It had structural foam as the fill. We had to dowel in an epoxy every 18 inches for our cage to come up, and we did it in 2 pours. We did the bottom of the volcano in red, and then we came back and we did the cap in the gray. Now we're on to the pyramid, hip, slappy curb, whatever you want to call it. This obstacle was also colored concrete, brick red. It was a shotcrete pour. The curb was a second pour as well. So once we shot this thing, we laid it out, we stamped it out. Day one, that was done. We left rebar stubbed out of the center of this volcano so that we could tie the curb in later. Where the curb meets the existing bank, we had to grind and cut out all this concrete so when the gray concrete came on top, that it would just fall right down into that saw cut. We could put a nice edge on it when we were done, and then you're guaranteed to never have it chip out.
we removed all the riffraff and brought in a pyramid.
So a little bonus to this project was they really wanted to preserve the United Nations flagpole that's within the park. The creative way to keep people away from messing with the flagpole was just to put a circular rail around it. So we subbed that out to a local company here in San Francisco, and they bent this 13.5-foot radius circular rail. We mixed up some anchor bolt cement, filled the holes with that. This will just ensure no movement ever in the future. Once concrete gets poured around this, it gets skated, it's locked the fuck in, it's not going anywhere. All right, you guys, so that covered the China Banks, the volcano, the pyramid. We're gonna get to breaking these things in, and we got the ledges and the slappy curb coming at you guys soon. So thanks for watching. We got more UN Plaza coming your way.
Right here, look at this. So you're coming down Market, all hammered with your buddies, you're not paying attention, go in between the trees, launch! Volcano,